Warning. The HD rants contain scenes of graphic ranting, vein-popping rage, and coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, it seems the old saying continues to ring true. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Greetings everyone, and welcome to the HD Rants II. I am your ranter, Zaranizarak. So, I did the first HD Rants series back in March and April of 2008, and most of the subjects in that case were, dealing with the aftermath of the format war between HD, DVD, and Blu-ray, and just some of the stupidity surrounding that. Things that I had wanted to say during the format war, but just never got around to doing. So, I thought it was time to do an updated edition, sort of see how things have changed, for better or worse, over the past year or so. And yeah, so let's get on with it, shall we? Welcome to the HD Rants II. So the first topic, what we'll be talking about today. It's a bit of a complicated one, so I'm probably going to split it up into a couple of parts. This is the kind of thing that really irritates me, is when the way things are going is completely obvious to the majority of people, yet somehow the naysayers manage to put a negative spin on it anyway. I read an article on a message board, forum, website thing, some kind of horror movie website last week, and it wasn't like a forum post. It was posted to the website as an article. So I don't know if it was from one of the administrators of the site or whatever. But the point is, like, this seemed to be someone on the site who generally provides information for visitors to the site. So people look up to this person for information. And it's when I see this kind of thing that I get really irritated, and this was actually the article that prompted me doing a second HD Rants. The gist of the article was like this. The author of the article was complaining that how a lot of new Blu-ray releases have been getting more extras and bonus content than the equivalent DVD releases. The first sort of big release that I can think of off the top of my head where this happened was The Dark Knight, where The Dark Knight on Blu-ray received a full hour's worth of additional behind-the-scenes material, really good stuff too, very insightful, that was not included on the Blu-ray. So the author goes on to complain that this is all part of the studios and hardware manufacturers trying to ram Blu-ray down our throats and force us to upgrade. I'm so sick of this forced upgrade shit. Don't you understand? We don't want Blu-ray. We don't need high definition. DVD is good enough. Upconversion looks just as good as 1080p. Yeah, we'll get into the whole DVD is good enough thing a little later. Now, some of you may recall a rant I did a little while ago where I talked about 3 DVD releases versus their Blu-ray counterparts. Specifically, The Thing, one of my all-time favorite sci-fi horror movies, Dawn of the Dead, which was a pretty good, reinterpretation of the original, and Predator. Now, to summarize what I said originally, I was really irritated by these two releases because the Blu-ray releases do not include all of the extras that are on the DVD releases. There's a lot of extras on the Dawn of the Dead, and there's a lot of extras on The Thing. Now, my understanding is the Region B Blu-ray release, the European release of The Thing, does include all the extras, and it's done a little bit differently. But what they did with the handful of extras that did make the transition from these two was they turned them into Blu-ray interactive features. The one in particular that irritates me is with The Thing. Every DVD release of The Thing, actually dating back to the last Laserdisc release, has this really fantastic 80-minute documentary about the making of the movie, featuring interviews with principal cast and crew. It's a great documentary, very insightful and very entertaining just on its own as a documentary. On the Blu-ray release, there's no way to watch that documentary any other way other than as a picture-in-picture feature while you watch the movie. And apparently, the entire documentary isn't even represented in that form. There's stuff missing. So the only way to see the whole thing is to either have the DVD or the UK Blu-ray release. Dawn of the Dead is missing a whole buttload of extras that are on here. There's like a mock newscast about the zombie outbreak. It's not on the Blu-ray. There's the video diaries of, what's-his-face, Andy, the gun shop owner. His video diaries of his last days, not on the Blu-ray. So, yeah. And then as for Predator, this is the cover for the special edition of Predator. This is the special 2-disc DVD edition. It's fantastic, loaded with extras. What do? They put it out on Blu-ray with the same cover, but with none of the extras. That is deliberately misleading and bullshit. You don't do that. There's enough consumer confusion out there as it is. So, the point is, okay, this was three cases where the Blu-ray had less extras than the DVD. And in this case, actually, and in this case, they had the same covers as the DVD edition. And actually, The Thing had the same cover as the old DVD edition, which is just the movie poster, which is great. So that was a big complaint. And a lot of Blu-ray naysayers saw my little rant and took that as fuel to the fire to rant against Blu-ray and to continue their negative crusade of Blu-ray negativity. So that initial rant, I unwittingly became the champion of certain Blu-ray naysayers. I think they kind of missed the point of what I was getting at. What I was getting at is these three cases are isolated cases. This is not typical. This is not what usually happens. These ones pissed me off in particular because I like all three of these movies. You know, these two especially. This one especially. And I want to see them get decent Blu-ray treatments. You know, that's what my rant was about. I was pissed off that they weren't getting the same deluxe treatment on Blu-ray that they were on DVD. It's not like they don't have the space. They're 50 gig discs. You can't be running out of space. Now, we have this, so it starts off with me and a bunch of Blu-ray naysayers complaining that the Blu-ray editions don't have enough extras. So, where's the incentive to upgrade? A lot of naysayers are like, well, see, there you go. It's an inferior format because they don't include the extras, and what are they charging a premium for? We'll get into the price issue later. So now we're seeing the reverse trend happen, where the Blu-ray is including more extras than has ever appeared on DVD before, and people are complaining now that there's more extras on the DVDs. Make up your fucking mind! Do you want less extras on the Blu-ray so you'll have reason to complain, or do you want more extras on the Blu-ray so you'll have reason to complain? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's some other very important reasons why you're not seeing the same extras on DVD that you're seeing on Blu-ray. Some, you know, sort of technical reasons. But we'll touch on those next time, because it'd be a little too much to go into all in one episode. So I'll see you next time. So until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.